Unless we reflect on what we are doing, probably it will be difficult for us to find out new ways of doing things in different ways. Of course, a lot of people listen to music, people go for a walk. Some people say that by cooking they can get out of stress. Some people also say that by being with friends they can get out of stress. At the same time, people also watch Netflix or Amazon Prime or any other OTT platforms to watch movies, series. There is binge watching, and at the same time, people are also getting addicted with cigarettes and alcohol. People think that by doing or getting engaged with all these, they can deal with their stress. How many of you have been able to deal with stress by using these methods for a longer period of time? Say, if I listen to music, I'm stress free for next 1 week. If I'm going for a walk, I'm stress free for 1 week. Or if I am cooking one day, I'm stress free for 1 week or 1 month. Whether this thing has happened in anybody's life? What I observed is the underlying fundamental problem is what we are trying to do is distraction. When we are stressed, if I listen to music, I'm actually distracting myself from the stress causing agent for a period of time. Of course, I may be a big music lover and I may get involved with the music for some time, but when I come back, the stress is at the same level. When I go for a walk, again, I may feel fresh, I may get fresh air, but at the same time, when I come back, the stress is still there. So, this is what is happening because we are generally trying to distract, or we are thinking that distraction is the only coping mechanism that we can adopt to deal with the stress. So, the idea that we need to understand is distraction is not going to last long. So, then what do we have to do is the question. Yes, we understand distraction is not going to work for long. We have tried it several times, but what is the way forward? Before getting into that, I would like to elaborate on how stress in difficult situation is different from the stress before. As I told you in the beginning, yes, we all had stressors right from our childhood. Few may think that they didn't have stressors much in their childhood. That is fine. But at least in their adulthood, they had stress, and how they were, and how it is right now is something that we need to figure out so that we will be able to address it in a better way. Earlier, we were in the rat race. Some people may agree, some people may have a different opinion, but it is true that we were all in a race. We were trying to do something, we were trying to uh, be better than somebody else, we were trying to be excelling in something that we wanted to do. Or there was a kind of race all the time. Whether you wanted it or not, the world wanted you to run, without which you will not be able to reach the destination that you desired and deserved. But now the situation has changed. Now, stress is not just to run the race. Earlier, we knew that there is a ground, I just need to prepare myself physically and just run. But present in the present times, it is not just about the race, but about survival as well as revival. We do not know whether the ground is safe to run in the first place. We do not know when the whole road will end, and we may have to take a jump to reach to the another place. We do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. So the uncertainty has increased. But whether uncertainty is something new to us, being an Indian who has read Ramayana and Mahabharata in early in my childhood, and I have been reading it again and again to understand the intricacies of the morals that these great epics have given. What I understood, especially I reflected this during COVID time when I was working with so many patients who were suffering from COVID or who were having some symptoms of COVID, and because of that, they were all going through panic attacks and anxiety. That uncertainty is not something that is new to us. Of course, the lives of Pandavas in Mahabharata were more uncertain than us. They didn't know when they are going to get killed, or they didn't know when they are going to have attacks. They didn't know when the new challenge is coming in their life. Same case with Rama. A king had to go to forest within no time. So uncertainties are not something new in our lives. But what had happened is we all had got settled to a certain lifestyle, to a certain way of living, and to certain things which got changed all of a sudden. And that also has brought in existential crisis for a lot of people. That is why I'm saying presently it is not just to run the race, but also to survive and revive ourselves. This is something new development that happened during COVID. Work from home was a fancy thing. A lot of people found it very interesting to work from home. Yes, it is. But at the same time, the expectation of the organization also increased. They asked them to work for a longer period of time, and that also caused stress. Now you're at home, sitting in front of the laptop all the time, doing work without being able to get your personal time even when you're at home. So earlier there was a distinction between your workplace and the personal space, which was broken. And that also started bringing in the stress in a lot of people. Yes, physical illness due to stress is also seen with many people. I can see a lot of my clients complaining they have neck pains, they have joint pains, they have headache, irritability continuously. And if they go to a doctor for a consultation, they will say there is absolutely no physical or anatomical issue in their bodies. And primary reason is stress. Recently, there was a person, again, happened to become my client at a later point of time, got admitted to the hospital, complaining chest pain. Now, once the ECG was done, there was no issue. He was absolutely fine according to the physical indicators of health. But then the doctor realized that he was going through a lot of stress in his life. Though he was working from home, he was sitting in front of the laptop since early morning 8 a.m. till night 1 or 2 a.m. So it's almost 15 to 16 hours of work that had caused stress. And then he had to come for a stress relief therapy where we could recognize what are the things that he could do. And that is when something that I could figure out or something that I could see significantly is a lot of people are going through the insecurity to say a no to others, especially when it comes to the work front. People have this insecurity that anytime if I say a no, saying, look, this is my working hours or this is the maximum that I can do today and I'm not going to do anything more, then there is a fear that what if my job is, or what if I'm removed from my job? A very senior manager from an aerospace company had reached out to me saying, I'm scared. I've been working with this company for almost 10, 12 years, and I have climbed the ladder with all my hard work. But presently, I am also having this existential crisis because I don't know when I will be removed from my job. This is also causing stress among a lot of people. Of course, when you reach out to any therapist or any mental health practitioner, they will advise you that stay in the nature, go out, take your time, have your personal time, read some good books, meditate, have your family time, engage in some sports activity. So all these advices are given. I've gone through several webinars done by many other psychologists or wellness coaches. These are all things that are being advised to deal with stress. But the issue is we all we know all these things already, right? How many of you already know that you have to take personal time for yourself? You need to read books. If you know all these things already, then type yes. If you didn't know any of this, then type no. The factors are taking personal time, reading books, having family time, meditation, and sports, engaging in sports. For those who didn't know, yes, these are the activities that you can engage yourself, of course. But yes, most of them are answering yes. All of us know that we need to do these to deal with the stress. But the problem is we are not able to practice it. How many of you can sit for half an hour, 1 hour meditation every day? If you can, please type yes. How many of you have lack of time in your life? Most of us do not have time to sit for meditation all the time or every day. We can't practice it regularly. Yes. How many of you can take personal time? Just say by the evening you finish your work and go for your own walk or have your personal time. Most of us cannot, or most of us do not have these things, or we will not be able to practice it, though we know it. That is the problem why we are still continuing to deal with our stress. So, do we have a more sustainable way to deal with the stress? Of course, I have written stress in a more stressful way. Before getting into the better way of dealing with stress, I would like to emphasize and reiterate that inability to deal with stress is not just your problem. Most of the people do have it.